Welcome once again in the class of topology with more and more terms on compactness. So I'm going to start with next concept in compact spaces, that is finite intersection property, arbitrary intersection property, Bolzano-Weierstrass property, and results associated with these properties. So first of all, try to understand FIP. FIP is the short form of finite intersection property. So it is finite intersection property. And as the name suggests, it is straightforward related to the finite intersection of members of any collection of sets. So what it states, a collection of sets is said to have FIP, that means finite intersection property, if intersection of members of any finite subcollection of that collection is non-empty. Then we say that the collection has FIP. And if any collection, earlier I was saying about the finite subcollection, and now I am using the word any collection, any subcollection. If any subcollection, any arbitrary subcollection, you can say, any arbitrary subcollection from a collection of sets has non-empty intersection, then we say that the collection has arbitrary intersection property, and we write it as AIP. AIP is arbitrary intersection property. Once again I repeat, suppose C is collection of some sort of sets, and if intersection of any finite subcollection of this collection is non-empty, then we say that the collection C has finite intersection property. And if intersection of any arbitrary subcollection of this collection is non-empty, then we say that this collection C has arbitrary intersection property. The third property is BWP. Full form is Bolzano-Weierstrass property. So what is Bolzano-Weierstrass property? Bolzano-Weierstrass property states that, or you can say that a space has this property, has this BWP, has Bolzano-Weierstrass property, if every infinite subset of it has a limit point. So if X is a topological space along with some topology tau, then X is said to have Bolzano-Weierstrass property if every infinite subset of X has a limit point. So these are the three properties: finite intersection property, arbitrary intersection property, and Bolzano-Weierstrass property. And the theorems we are going to deal with today are based on these three properties: FIP, AIP, and BWP. So let us move on to the first theorem based on these properties. Write down the statement first before moving on to the proof. So the statement of the theorem is: a topological space is compact if and only if every collection of closed subsets of X with FIP has AIP. First of all, try to understand what the theorem wants to say. If a topological space is compact and it has and any collection of closed subsets of this topological space X, if it is having FIP, then it must also have AIP. If it is having FIP, then it has AIP. And conversely, if every collection of closed subset of X having FIP has AIP, then the topological space must be compact, because it is if and only if. So the proof will go both sides, straightforward direct proof as well as the converse is also true. So now we will move on to the proof of this theorem. Let X top be a topological space and let it be compact. So let it be a compact topological space. It is a compact topological space, and I am having a collection of closed subsets from X having FIP. So let C is equal to H alpha, alpha belonging to lambda, be a family of closed subsets of X having FIP. This is a C is a family of closed subsets of X having FIP. What we are to prove that if this collection has FIP, then it must also have AIP, because the topological space is given to be compact. So we will show that this collection also has AIP. That means intersection of arbitrary number of members from this collection is also non-empty. So we will prove it by the way of contradiction. We will suppose that it does not have AIP. That means there is an arbitrary collection of subsets from this family, and intersection is empty. Whereas what we want to prove that it should not be empty. So let if possible intersection of all H alphas, alpha belonging to lambda, be phi. Let it be phi. So if this intersection is phi, by taking complement both sides, we know that complement of phi is X, so no problem, it is X. On the other side, we can use De Morgan's law, and using De Morgan's law, what we'll get? We'll get union of these H alpha complement alpha belonging to lambda. This union is equal to X. Now, interestingly, all these H alpha complements, their union is covering X. And these H alpha complements are open sets because H alphas were closed. So that means this collection, H alpha complement, let it be C star, where alpha belongs to lambda. Since these are open sets and their union is covering X, that means this collection is an open cover of X. Is an open cover of X. But X is given to be compact. And if X is compact, then every open cover of X must also have a finite subcover, and C star is also an open cover of X, so it must have a finite subcover. So therefore, since X is compact, C star must have a finite C1 star, and members of C1 star will be from C star because it is a subcover of C star. So these finite number of members, I am naming these as H alpha 1 complement, H alpha 2 complement, and so on, H alpha n complement. So it is a finite subcover of C star, and C star was open cover of X. So these members of C1 star must also cover X. So that means union of these H alpha i's complement, where I vary from 1 to n, this must be equal to X, because X is the whole space and this is finite subcover of an open cover. So their union must cover X. Taking complement both sides once again and using on the left hand side De Morgan's law, what we will get, intersection of H alpha I vary from 1 to n, this intersection is phi, is empty, which is a contradiction. Why? Because we were given that the collection C is having FIP. That means any intersection of any finite subcollection of C cannot be empty. But here we are getting intersection of a finite subcollection of members from the set C, and their intersection is coming to be phi, which is a contradiction. And this is a contradiction because in the starting we have supposed that it may not have AIP. So our supposition was wrong. So that means it must have arbitrary intersection property. So I'm going to write here, this is a contradiction, therefore our supposition was wrong, and that means it must have, C must have AIP. If it is having FIP, it must have AIP. And now we will move on to the converse part. Conversely, suppose that every collection of closed subsets of X having FIP has AIP. This is given now, and we have to show that the space X is compact. To show that it is compact, we will take some open cover, arbitrary open cover of X, and then we will try to find a finite subcover of that. So let C having members G alpha, where alpha belonging to lambda, be an arbitrary open cover of X. It is an arbitrary open cover of X. That means their union G alpha, alpha belonging to lambda, is equal to X. Now taking complement both sides, right hand side X complement will be phi, left hand side will become by De Morgan's laws intersection G alpha complement alpha belonging to lambda. Now G alpha complements are closed sets, and arbitrary intersection of closed sets is coming to be phi. That means it is not having AIP. So it must not have FIP, because if it is having FIP, then it must have AIP. It is not having AIP, so it must not have FIP. So there must be some finite number of members from this collection having empty intersection. So this means this collection C is not having AIP. So this means C must not have FIP, because if it is having FIP, then it must be having AIP by given hypothesis. So if it is not having FIP, then there must be a finite number of members of this collection whose intersection will be empty. So therefore, there exists a finite sub-collection of C, say C1, C star you can say, and C star is a sub-collection of C, so members will be coming from C. So let us name these members as G alpha 1, G alpha 2, and so on, G alpha, and so this is a finite sub-collection, and there exists a finite sub-collection not having FIP, not having FIP, and not having FIP means intersection of all these G alpha 1s, I vary from 1 to n. This is phi. This is phi. Okay. And if it is phi, then once again taking complement both sides, we will get union of G alpha 1 complement is equal to X, G alpha I, where I vary from 1 to n, and G alpha i's were closed sets. G alpha I complements are now open sets, and their union is covering X, so that means open cover has a finite subcover, and that makes the space X a compact space. So it must be a compact space if it satisfies the given hypothesis. So here I am stopping this video. In the next video we will have theorems based on Bolzano-Weierstrass property. Thank you.